Oh, we testing, but we still creating though. Like we testing, but we still creating though. Let's turn up one time. Let's turn up one time or two time or one time. Let's turn up one time. Hey, yo, we back. Yo, what's goody? Hey, what's good? How y'all living, man? How y'all living? What's goody? I'm just gonna move this over. Maybe make it smaller cause it's really in the way. It's all up in my face and I ain't trying to play. You think I'm outside, but I'm really in the day. In a mood, hit the groove, what it, Yup. Oh boy, he said I thought it said tomorrow. I mean, it was tomorrow for me. You know what I'm saying? It was tomorrow for me. You ain't ready for Hero X episode of the year. What's it? Hey, look, bro. I have to catch all the way up on Hero X. All the way up. So what we'll probably end up doing, if everything is going smooth, what I'll probably end up doing is we'll just binge Hero X this stream. Ninja Kamui won Best Original Anime. Look, bro, this is all I'm gonna say. You can't buy taste. Can't buy taste, bro. Here's what it is. But to be honest with you, what is this considering? Is best original anime meaning that it's not coming from a source material like a manga? I'm assuming that's what it's talking about. If that is the case, what was it up against? No, it's not chocolate milk. Is that chocolate milk? Tom Kamui's first episode was fire, and then boy, that thing. Yep. Bleach and Frieden got robbed a lot. Like, bro, popularity contest, man. Most people that are watching that type, most people that are into the Crunchyroll Awards are big shonen fans. So from what I saw, you had, and people weren't even realizing that it was Solo Leveling Season 1. Solo Leveling Season 1 was nowhere near Frieden at all. But people were like, oh yeah, Solo Leveling went crazy. Season 2 of Solo Leveling went crazy. Season 1 was cool, but it wasn't like mind-blowing. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's really funny. That's really interesting to say. To be honest with you, it's super interesting to me. But hot take: Solo Leveling Season 1 wasn't even the best action. It only had one good fight: Icarus vs Jinwoo. Bleach 1000 Year had at least five. For sure. Again, I think people have these rose-colored glasses with Solo Leveling. Again, but this is what I said. Remember what I said. I said this last year. I specifically said, if it's good, it will win Anime of the Year. Did I not say that? It just needs to be good. It doesn't need to be incredible. I said this when it came out. All it needs is to be good. The fandom will take care of the rest. I said that. As long as it's good, it'll win. I said that from jump. Regardless. Because I understand how this works. It's popularity. So if the fans are okay with how it looks, they're like, no, this is good. It's going to win. Vinland Saga season 2 got robbed. Like, look, here's my thing. Again, know your audience, right? If the majority of people that are doing things that are voting for the Crunchyroll Awards, right? Crunchyroll specifically targets shonen anime, right? Like, yes, there's other types of anime on there, but it's predominantly advertising shonen anime, right? Even on their socials, it's shonen anime. So, with that being said, what are they looking for? They're looking for action. That's their main thing. Knowing Vinland Saga Season 1 had a crazy amount of action set pieces, people's expectation of Season 2 was, I want fights. As much as a lot of these people talk about the story and the writing, they're really interested in fights. Let's just be completely honest. The majority of people are wanting the action aspect. So when you have a arc that is predominantly a storytelling arc, it's gonna fall flat for a lot of people, especially when they saw the first season, how it was so active in action. Frieren is another one of those shows where it's not predominantly an action show, right? It's mainly a story-based show that has action in it. And if your focus in that type of entertainment isn't great storytelling and it's action, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of self-explanatory. Like, but this is what I'm saying. I don't expect much from Crunchyroll Awards because I know the types of people that are going to vote that are watching Crunchyroll. It is what it is, bro. Like, okay, so my screen just freaked out again. Now it's back. Let me know if anything stopped working properly. Keep me updated. We're gonna still be testing stuff. I'm not sure what's going on with my display and all that shit, but let me see. I'm not gonna automatically adjust. Okay. When connected with TV. Bo bo ba da ba do bo. I don't want to do that because that looks crazy. Mizzy was goody, boy. All right. So what are we doing today? Well, we're testing some things out. Obviously, we're going to be reading some Boruto TBV Vortex. And depending on how things go with some of the tests, we will also be reacting to Be Hero X. And just so you guys have a heads up of kind of what's coming, what we're doing, why we're doing things. because I think a lot of times, a lot of people have asked me probably over the past couple of months, like, why haven't I been notified by your videos? What's going on? I feel like I didn't know you were posting this or doing that. So
this world shall know.
I don't know
pain.
why. I mean, a lot of you have seen there was crazy growth and then it just fell through the floor. Nobody, I have no idea why, right? I mean, let's make sure my alerts are Gucci. So with that, I'm like, I don't really know what to do with that. Why these things happen, they just do. So if you've noticed, like, viewership on videos that went through the floor, most people don't even know I'm watching certain things. I had 2 copyright strikes that lasted for like a month because I had to fight those. So I'm not sure if that contributed to the reach of the channel. So in my head, I'm like, all right, what do I actually need to do to start getting back into the algorithm, right? Yeah, exactly. So I'm not sure what's happening, but I'm not gonna just sit by and let shit do that. So I was talking to Bree about it last night, and she actually suggested something that I think I might actually do. We're gonna test some shit out, and we're gonna figure this out. So first and foremost, the things that I'm already kind of planning on doing on the channel is we're going to be dialing back the amount of anime I edit for YouTube. It will only be shit that's cracking. We'll still watch what we watch, but the things that are edited for YouTube, I'm going to dial back so the edits can be better in terms of like the quality of them, right? I want the videos to be better so when people watch them, like, oh, this is sick. The other videos will be obviously on stream or on Patreon for things that aren't super crazy, right? So we'll probably focus on maybe 3, maybe 4 max of shows that I edit for YouTube for a week. First and foremost. Second, the different types of things that we'll be reacting to on stream that will add towards like the wider scope of the internet. Because what I've seen and what data is telling me is there's a lot of people, and we kind of saw this with the whole Kendrick thing, right? Depending on the certain type of content, there's a lot of content out there that you as anime watchers, anime viewers are also into, right? So it could be like pop culture stuff. It could be a viral video that goes crazy. It could be whatever. So there's a lot of that, right? So that's the other side of it, is making sure that. A couple other things, the vertical format. So if you're on YouTube right now, you'll notice that I'm streaming vertical. Okay. So this is, again, strategy. I'm trying to think of like, all right, what does YouTube actually want to try to push? So I'm streaming vertical, and then we'll be able to create shorts out of this fairly easily. So that's the concept. That's what I want to do with this, right? So I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page of that, of what it is that we're trying to do. And then let me just move this really quick. And then with that, the other idea is I want to find a way, not find a way, the edits for YouTube, I want to try just vertical period for like a month and see what happens. Do they get picked up more? Do they not? Just interested in seeing what that actually looks like. Finally, it's what Bree actually recommended, and I was like, it's actually a really good idea, is creating a whole other channel that's not associated with anything that I'm doing, and just re-uploading all my content and seeing if it picks up an algorithm. I was like, it's actually a great idea just to test it. Will it perform? Will it not perform? Very curious. So these are like, this is kind of like the syntax of why I'm doing what I'm doing now, because I want to try to figure out what that next thing is, right? So that's the idea. So I just want to make sure we're all across it, know what's going on, what the plan is. So if you guys start to see like, hey, where's this show, where's that show, blah blah, it's an intentional dial back so we can make the content that we're making better, and then also not to the point where we're just trying to do as much content for content's sake and it's not actually reaching the people we need to reach. Casper said shorts on Boruto 2 Blue Vortex would be dope. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But, you know, the test right now is seeing how people respond to a vertical stream on YouTube. And just go from there. Like it looks pretty solid. It looks good. Yeah, it looks good. If you are on YouTube right now, let me know how y'all feel about the look. Do you like the way that it looks on here? Is it pretty solid? We're still adjusting some things, but so I think your channel blew up with OG Naruto reactions. Can you get that back with re-uploads? You know, here's the thing. As I was thinking about re-uploading things to this channel, obviously, because certain people will watch a video or didn't even know, you know, it's like on like Instagram. If somebody comes to your Instagram, like, oh, this dude's stuff is dope, the likelihood of them going back to see everything this person did is probably unlikely. So I was like, oh, well, if I re-upload it to YouTube, what will happen? Not sure. So it's definitely a possibility of maybe doing that and seeing how that goes. But the other side of it is it's mostly like, maybe I should just add it to a new channel and see what happens. So we're thinking of it though, but Ocean Boy said it's alright. Okay. But we will continue this this journey here and figuring out how to get back and exceed what we did prior. He said, I rewatch the reactions all the time. So yeah, I am really, really excited about it though. Kid Buku said, W content strategy. Look, here's the thing. Getting caught up in what worked is not the focus. Like in terms of like, oh man, I wish things were still, it's not. So something's got to change. Something's got to change. So that's really the focus. It has nothing to do with, you know, I want to be what I used to be. I could care less about that, or I couldn't care less. I really want to make sure that where we're trying to go works for the current climate. At that time, anime reactors, it wasn't a ton of us. When the shit really went crazy, there wasn't a ton of people reacting to anime like that. It has become more and more, right? So again, it's one of those things of just being able to understand that side of it. So I'm not really pressed on that side of it. But I also just want to make sure that whatever it is we're trying to do now is relevant to now. You know what I mean? Kibuka said, do you have a TikTok? I do. So I test streamed to TikTok last night. To be honest, I don't think that is viable for a couple of reasons. So just so you guys have a insight of what was going on. The concept was I wanted to multi-stream to Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok, which I can do, right? Not the issue. The issue is I run on a Mac. TikTok's live studio, so you can actually get a stream key, only works on Windows. So I can't actually get a stream key to TikTok. So I was like, how can I do this? Streamlabs has a desktop app what I can stream from, previously called Streamlabs OBS, right? With that whole lawsuit went down. Anyways, they have a plugin that allows you to directly stream to TikTok. Log in with your account, it just streams to TikTok, which is fine. That's dope. The problem with Streamlabs is I can't record sources directly. What does that mean? So if you're on Twitch or YouTube right now, the anime that's here, right? So for you guys that don't know how I'm editing, I record my camera, the feed to an SD card, right? This is for the YouTube edit. I record to an SD card, and then I also record this anime screen, right? So the screen here. So if you're on YouTube, it's what's above me. So when I'm done, I have an actual unedited version of this full screen, like it's 1080p, with audio, with my mic audio. So when I bring it into Resolve, I take my camera, I take the video of this with the audio of the anime and my mic audio, and I sync them, and then I make my YouTube video. That's how I edit it. I don't just do a screen capture and edit it that way. The screen capture of all this goes directly to Patreon, and then the vertical one that we're doing right now will go strictly to TikTok and Shorts. But in Streamlabs, I can't do a complete source record. So which means I would have to open up OBS anyways and record just the anime. So I have two apps open trying to record this. You see what I'm saying? So it's like I need two apps to do one thing. So I'm like, okay. Which is a headache in and of itself. And trying to get that to record, and then Streamlabs record this recording and the vertical recording. And come to find out, Streamlabs won't record the vertical and the horizontal at the same time. It won't do it. It only does the main shit. So the vertical, it won't record it. So I have to have OBS open to record the vertical and record my anime. You see what I'm saying? So it's doing too much. So I'm like, all right, it's a lot to do. It's a lot of hoops to jump through. So because I'm on a Mac, a lot of these apps have limited features because the majority of people that are streaming are doing it on PC. So developers aren't going to take the time to develop these things for Mac, which is completely understandable. So I have to figure out what works best for my workflow. Or I would have to download like Parallels on my computer, install Windows, install OBS on Windows, and then try to do all this through Windows with multi-screen, and that might not even work, right? That probably won't even work. This is the other side of it where I'm like, fuck. So it's just a lot of trying to figure it out. So if somebody knows of a way to get my TikTok stream key, then sweet. Then I'll stream the TikTok simultaneously how we are right now through OBS. But yeah, that's the idea. So right now we're just going to be doing what we're watching now, how it is now, and then I'll be posting clips of this to TikTok. Get you a 5090 graphics card. Hey, here's the thing. If that's the case, I would need to build a PC to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I would prefer not to. And it's not and just to give you a heads up, like I'm completely aware that, you know, in terms of certain applications like streaming and stuff like that, there's a ton of stuff that is available for a PC. I can't stand Windows. For some of you that don't remember, when we first started doing live streams, I was doing it in Windows. I had an iMac Pro that was an Intel-based computer that had Boot Camp on it, which means I could literally boot into Windows. So I can load up Windows on my Mac and run streams through Windows. The problem with it was, and a lot of you can attest to this, Windows software updates all the time, right? For like the littlest shit. And every time it did, it would always reset my audio settings. It would reset my video capture settings. I always had to redo it. It was so frustrating. It was so frustrating. I'm like, bro, I have to reset this again? And it was all over the place. City said, I remember. Bro, it was annoying. And then the operating system for me, I just do not like. I'm not a fan of Windows at all. So it was just, and for the workflow that I do with edits, it just wasn't streamlined and compatible. So I was like, you know what? It's just not worth it for me, right? So I just have to deal with it. To be honest with you, I just have to deal with it and figure it out. Now, in the future, if things are progressively getting better and there is an additional income stream for that, and I feel like, okay, it might make sense to have a streaming PC that I can output from what I'm doing to the PC to stream from that. Cool. But we're not there right now. We're not spending any more money on this. So it's trying to figure that out. So yeah, that is the story. That's the story. But I appreciate everybody being here though, bro. Look, from what I can gather, it seems like we're doing fairly well on YouTube right now in terms of, in terms of eyes, we're looking pretty solid. If you guys are in the chat on YouTube right now, jump in the chat. 1 out of 10. How does it look? How does it feel? Do you like it? Do you not like it? I want some feedback before we get started on this Boruto. I would greatly appreciate it. Your input is extremely valuable in the progression of how we move forward. Derek says, I like it. 8 out of 10, 10, cool. Keep it coming. Just keep updating me. There's about 30 of you guys in here on YouTube. I appreciate you guys, bro. And we'll see. You know what I'm saying? Looks great, but chat is on your face. Yes, chat is on my face. It's on the, it's just, look, I could make this smaller. I just didn't want to make let me see. Can I bring this down? If I bring this down, but is it too low now? You see what I'm saying? Is it too low now? Do I feel a little bit too low? Or should I, you know what I'm saying? This is like the tricky part. Cool Breeze, what's goody? But I do really appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate all your guys' input because I'm doing this for your entertainment as well. So I want to make sure that it's something that you visually want to be consuming, and we will continue to make it better. There's a ton of plugins I want to add for stream stuff and interaction stuff for the chat. So these are things that are top of mind. Also, I did note that my link to Discord is broken on YouTube. I will be fixing that today. You said almost 50 viewers. Yes, we're getting there, bro. Again, thank you guys so much, bro. We're rocking it. Twitch, we're at like 40 something viewers on Twitch. So right now we have about 90-ish viewers across both platforms, which is pretty dope. So it's not a bad look. But again, we want to make sure that we elevating. So, oh, I see what's going on. It's on the bottom. I didn't even see that. Hold on. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, I see what you're talking about. You're talking about the chats on my face on the app. I see what you're talking about. I was just thinking about it. So you said chats on your face. I'm like, what are you talking about? So when I'm looking at it on stream, it's on my face. That's what you're saying. Okay. So the other side of it could be, I could have me above and whatever I'm looking at below. Can we try that really quick? So if I do this, what will happen is it will cut off the majority of what I'm looking at. It'll just be centered, right? So I'll give you an example. We should be able to, I just want to see if I can undo. Can I undo on here?